Sometimes a chart tells a story that is louder than the entire market, and right now, Aptos is screaming a warning that most investors are choosing to ignore. While the rest of the crypto world looks for the next leg up, Aptos has been printing a series of sharp red candles, exposing a hidden weakness that could lead to a catastrophic death zone scenario. In this video we are going to dive deep into a brutal Aptos coin analyze to understand why this project, once hailed as the Solana killer, is now struggling to find its flow while the market finds strength elsewhere. You will learn about the October Wick Anomaly, the psychological danger of the $1 magnet, and why the line in the sand at $2 is the only thing standing between a recovery and a total structural collapse. By the end of this analysis, you will see the market through the eyes of professional traders who are currently betting on a crash, and you'll know exactly how to spot the falling knife before it hits your portfolio. Is Aptos a technological masterpiece destined for the top, or is it just a beautifully designed exit strategy for Silicon Valley billionaires? To understand the current danger, we have to look at the October Wick Anomaly, a technical signal that has separated the leaders from the laggards in this cycle. On the weekly time frame, a staggering 90% of major altcoins are still trading comfortably above their October wicks, showing that they have successfully established a higher low structure. Aptos, however, has done something alarming. It has slipped below that wick, signaling that it isn't just correcting, it's bleeding out. This lack of weekly flow suggests that the smart money is not stepping in to defend these levels. When we look left on the chart, the structural void is terrifying. There is no major weekly support beneath the current zone until we reach the launch price near $1. This creates a technical inevitability where the price feels pulled toward that dollar mark like a psychological magnet, especially as the project struggles with aggressive token inflation and constant sell pressure from early VCs. When the foundation of a billion-dollar project begins to crack, how far can the floor actually fall before it finally hits solid ground? This brings us to the concept of the $1 psychological magnet, a level that represents the ultimate death zone, or a once-in-a-lifetime entry point, depending on your risk appetite. For many technical analysts, dropping to $1 would represent a $30. The reality is that Aptos is a VC-heavy chain, having raised over $350 million from giants like Andreessen Horowitz and the now infamous FTX Ventures. Because these insiders got in at prices significantly lower than retail, the death zone isn't just a number on a chart, it's a reflection of dilution. With an annual inflation rate of 7% and a chain that only generates roughly $2,000 in daily revenue, the network is essentially minting new tokens to pay for its existence, leaving retail investors to act as the exit liquidity for the big players. Can a single price level really act like a black hole, sucking every bit of liquidity out of the market until there's nothing left? If you are looking for a sign of hope, you must watch the line in the sand at $2. On the 4-hour and daily charts, Aptos is trapped in a strict downtrend defined by a series of respected lower highs. As a professional content writer and analyst, I can tell you that the momentum is purely bearish until we see a clean close above $2. This is the previous lower high that must be reclaimed to flip the short-term trend and open the door for a retest of the $1.70 to $2.35 ranges. If the price fails to challenge this $2 wall with significant volume, any small bounce to $1.50 should be viewed as a temporary reaction in a psychological zone rather than a true structural shift. Until that $2 level breaks, the probability of testing the $1 floor increases every single day, and catching a falling knife in this zone rarely ends well for the average trader. Why are professional traders betting millions against a chain that can theoretically process 150,000 transactions per second? The most intriguing part of this Aptos crypto story lies in the negative funding rates. Right now, speculative risk-on traders are overwhelmingly bearish, meaning the shorts are actually paying the longs just to keep their bets on a price drop open. This usually happens when the market is dominated by pessimists after a major wipeout, such as the flash crash on October 10th where Aptos plummeted 85%, far exceeding the 48% drop seen in the rest of the altcoin market. While this negative funding suggests a death zone sentiment, it also creates the potential for a short squeeze. If Aptos manages to hold its ground and break that $2 resistance, all those professional shorts will be forced to buy back their positions, potentially sparking a violent rally toward the yearly open or even the $4 fixation zone. In a world of bears, sometimes the most dangerous animal is the one that's backed into a corner. Could a short squeeze be the ultimate plot twist? However, one cannot ignore the fundamental gravity weighing the price down, specifically the 50% gap between the current market cap and the fully diluted valuation. With nearly 1.2 billion tokens in total supply and only a fraction currently circulating, the seller pressure from upcoming unlocks is a constant shadow over any bullish narrative. Even if the technology, built on the Move language by former Meta engineers, is theoretically capable of rivaling Visa, the market doesn't pay for theory, it pays for results. Currently, the chain is processing about 96 transactions per second in real time, which is impressive compared to Ethereum but a far cry from the 150k TPS promised in the white papers. This gap between expectation and reality is exactly why the APT coin is underperforming the broader market by 95%, making it one of the most polarizing assets in the space today. Is it time to abandon ship, or are we witnessing the greatest disbelief phase in the history of the Move ecosystem? Despite the death zone warnings, there are green signals appearing in the shadows for those who know where to look, such as the Bitnomial partnership. As the first regulated spot crypto exchange in the US to work with Aptos, Bitnomial could be the bridge that brings institutional players and a potential spot ETF to the network. If the big players are using this period of low open interest and capitulation to accumulate, then the $1 magnet might be the final shakeout before a massive 500% recovery toward the $8 to $10 targets. The data shows that money began flowing back into the chain on the weekly timeframe recently, suggesting that while the price sucks for now, the long-term usage metrics like the 19,200 peak TPS and growing stablecoin supply are still breathing life into the ecosystem. The line between a total collapse and a legendary comeback is thinner than you think. Which side of history will you be on? The Aptos coin analiz is a masterclass in market psychology, pitting the fear of a ghost chain future against the greed of catching a bottom at the $1 level. Whether you see this as a VC exit trap or a coiled spring ready to explode, the technical truth remains. Watch the two resistance and respect the $1 magnet. Staying updated with these high-stakes shifts in blockchain data is the only way to survive the volatility of this bull cycle. If you found value in this deep dive into the Aptos death zone, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We provide the brutal technical honesty and the latest blockchain insights you need to protect your capital and find the real winners in the noise. Don't let the market catch you off guard. Hit that notification bell and stay ahead of the curve. Take full control of your crypto with Ledger Live. Manage thousands of coins and NFTs securely in one place. Buy, swap, stake, and grow your portfolio with ease. Trusted by 7+ million users, Ledger Live keeps your assets safe by integrating with Ledger hardware wallets for maximum security. Say goodbye to third-party risks and hello to true financial freedom. Download Ledger Live now. Click the link in the description to get started. Crypto taxes don't have to be a nightmare. Coinly calculates your taxes in under 20 minutes. No spreadsheets, no headaches. Sync your crypto assets with one click. Whether you're trading, staking, or using DeFi, import your trades, track your portfolio, and generate ready-to-file tax reports effortlessly. Join thousands who trust Coinly to simplify their crypto taxes. Make tax season stress-free. Click the link in the description to get started with Coinly today. The information contained herein is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing herein shall be construed to be financial, legal, investment, or tax advice. The content of this video is solely the opinions of the channel owner, who is not a licensed financial advisor or registered investment advisor. Trading cryptocurrencies poses a considerable risk of loss. Please use your best judgment when dealing with cryptocurrencies and don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose. The channel does not guarantee any particular outcome.